Good morning, everybody. Nicolas from Nicolas and Associates in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Today, we're talking about the 2021 market year in review. To start off, last year was an absolutely record-breaking year in many areas in the Winnipeg and Manitoba marketplace. We had a huge year with over $6 billion in real estate sold. Everybody's talking about the 10-year challenge on Facebook right now. So if we look back to 2012, which was about 10 years ago, we only sold about $3 billion in real estate. So we've seen that jump of doubling the market in about 10 years, which is absolutely unbelievable and amazing. So let's get into the data. Let's dive a little deeper. What was happening in the Winnipeg marketplace last year? So last year in June, we actually saw the highest volume month with just over 1,000 sales. Okay, so let's dive into this data a little deeper. People are always reaching out to me and asking me, when's the best time to sell my house? So that's a great question. What we do is we look at the data to try to direct us in that. So last year in 2021 in the Winnipeg market, June was an absolutely fantastic month with just over 1,100 sales. In the Manitoba market as a whole, April was the busiest month. So what's that showing is again, we have that really high transaction volume in the spring. Now, although in 2020, April only had 876 sales. We all know why. I think it was a bit of a lockdown and a pandemic. So look, each market and each year is a little bit different. As much as there's those historical trends, that's fine. As always, we suggest make a plan and figure out when the best time to sell is for you. If you're ready in winter, winter has great pluses. If you're ready in spring, spring has great pluses to sell. So last year, as far as pricing went, the average sale price in Winnipeg was $360,000. Now that was up from the 2020 average sale price of $324,000, which is a 9% increase. I read the articles too. Every day it seems like in the Canadian media, online, on the newspaper, everything, they're talking about this average Canadian home price, and they're talking about a 30% increase at least. Okay. I don't know what an average Canadian home is. I don't know if you know what an average Canadian home is, because there's no such thing. Real estate markets are hyper local. So each marketplace is going to have conditions that are going to affect the price. What's going on in Winnipeg isn't the same thing that's going on in Toronto. So to talk about these average prices, to me, is just ridiculous. What you need to do, if whatever city you're in, we're talking about Winnipeg, reach out to a local realtor to understand the market conditions in this city so that you can price appropriately and understand what those price increases look like. Look, in Toronto, they did have almost a 25% price increase, and that's great for them. Winnipeg at a 9% price increase is about twice as much as average. So on average, Winnipeg performs at a steady Eddie about 4.5%, just a touch above inflation. So, Winnipeg had a great year in appreciation. We didn't break the double digits. We're not out of control. It's not crazy. There's still tons of affordable homes for people to buy in this city, right? Albeit, are they a little bit more expensive than last year? Absolutely. So that pretty much wraps up the big, huge points of 2021. What does that mean for 2022? What's going to happen this year? Look, guys, it's going to be exactly the same or very similar to last year. We're going to see price increases. We're going to see heavy competition when you're buying. We're going to see limited inventory. And that's not going to change unless some of the bigger economic indicators change, right? So if interest rates start to come up, that could reduce credit and that could take some buyers out of the market. As the prices go up, absolutely, buyers are going to have to adjust their expectations, but it might not take them out of the market. So what we have to remember, even if inventory stays really low, but there's enough buyers to buy that inventory, pricing's not going anywhere and could even go up. Right? We saw this in the Winnipeg marketplace in 2014 and 15 when overall volume was down, but prices were up. Because as much as there was less sellers, there was still more buyers than sellers. So without some of these big things happening, more inventory, if we have a number of large scale subdivisions come online and a lot of new inventory comes into the market, or for whatever reason, maybe a lot of people decide, hey, I don't want to do this cold stuff anymore, and I want to move from Winnipeg to a different place following job opportunities or whatever. That could also increase supply. So if supply increases and buyer demand decreases at a differentiating rate, you're going to see prices adjust. If not, we're going to see prices hold the line or go up. Look, as always, guys, we're here to help you make a plan. That's what we can say every time is make a plan early, make sure you have everything sorted out, and we're here to help you with every step along the way. Again, Matthew Nicolas and Associates from Winnipeg. And if you love this video and love this content, please hit the like button or subscribe, because we're going to be educating people. We're going to be sharing tons of content as always, and we want to make sure that you don't miss any of it. Oh, I almost forgot. If you are thinking of buying or selling, reach out to us directly. We'd love to help.